What's going on, YouTube? It's been a while since we've done a discussion video. I'm sorry, I've been kind of on the MIA scene just for a bit. If you've noticed, I always upload at least 1 or 2 videos a day. I needed just a quick reset from everything from, like, you know, streaming, YouTube and all that. But I'm back and I decided, you know what, since I've been gone for a while, I got a new name. I got all these new names for my Twitter, Instagram. So I was like, what better yet to promote that than do a discussion video talking about my tier list, because some people always are curious to see what's my tier list and stuff. So again, I have a new Twitch name, I have a new Instagram name and Twitter name. I'm no longer using Facebook, so if you did follow my Facebook before, it's just gonna go, I don't know, into the abyss and just hide there for a bit. But all the links to that is in the description. I would love to see your face there. Come follow me on Twitter, come follow me on Instagram. If you ever, some people are always like, do a face review. I'm like, dude, this is not my first time ever doing YouTube. I used to have a comic book channel that I used to do back then, but I gave up on that and now I'm doing gaming stuff. So if you want to see what I look like, just go to my Instagram, I guess. But don't forget to drop a follow, and don't forget to follow on Twitter, where I'm pretty much active, and join our Discord if you haven't. It would be really cool to see your guys' face in my Discord. You always get a notification when I go live. We have discussions there from video games, anime, all types of stuff there. So I would love to see your face there. So yeah, this is going to be my tier list for the Dead by Daylight. I'm not sure what patch it is, but it's around Deathslinger. I will do patch updates whenever new killers come by, but it's not going to be like something I'm going to rush to. Again, tier lists are very, what's that word? Sometimes a little fragile for some people, because there might be a killer that you favor, there might be a killer that you hate. So everybody has like their opinions of like, oh no, this is the best killer, this is bad. This is just my tier list. Again, you can go ahead and leave your tier list down below. If I say something that triggers you off, just give your opinion. I'm always down for feedback, or I'm always down to hear your point of view. Just don't be rude about it, you know what I mean? So like, some people just like, oh, how dare you say this killer and that killer is trash, or how dare, like, I'm not gonna say they're trash, I'm just saying from my point of view, it's just not that great. So obviously I am gonna start with Bubba. Where does Bubba fit? S tier, A tier, B, C, D? I am gonna put him to C. A lot of people drop Bubba at bottom tier because he lacks map control. I'm gonna rate my tier list from 3 things: map control, how good they are with add-ons and perks, and how good they end chases. So I'm gonna put that on right there. You see it. Those are my 3 things how I determine how good a killer is. Obviously, the number 1 should be how quick they end the chase. Now, from Billy, how quick does he end the chase? Not that great, but with the right add-ons and stuff and the right build, you can end a chase pretty fastly. And he's also probably the number 1 best camper. So he can like down a whole team if they become too altruistic. You could slap on Noed and he's just pretty much just annoying. So I wouldn't say he's all that bad. Trust me, I hated Bubba. The only thing I hate about him is that when you hold it, his chainsaw to like 99 and it just stops, that's where like I really wish the devs they know about that thing, so that hopefully one day Bubba does get a rework. I would love to see him like get the same treatment like Oni did, where he has to get his chainsaw. So I don't know, maybe like the more melee hits he gets, the more bloodlust, not like bloodlust, but you know what I mean, like the word bloodlust, not the in-game bloodlust. The more like he gets, I don't know, more angry, the more frenzy he is, the more faster he is, or something like that. Hopefully they do something with him, but I'm going to put him in bottom tier because he does lack map control. His chase is, I would say, 50-50, and then with good perks and add-ons, he can be really great. Another killer that we're going to talk about is Pig. I'm going to put Pig in C tier. I think Pig is one of the killers that are very RNG. You don't know what that means. It's random number generator, meaning that it's 50-50. It's always like random, so you don't know if you're not guaranteed to get those numbers. So that's when somebody says RNG, that means you're not guaranteed numbers. So it's very finicky when it comes to that kind of type of thing. So with her, a lot of the long loops kind of destroy her. A smart survivor will never fall for a dash attack. I never really fall for them. Whenever they're gonna like crouch, they have 2 choices, unless they have the add-on for Pig that makes them crouch faster. They never really catch me. So when a Pig's ever starts crouching, I just leave the area and go to another one because they're just gonna dash. But sometimes you do find some pretty good Pig players who know how to counter that. Like I said, her perks and her add-ons are very RNG with her. With like I just don't think she's that great. But she does have one thing that a lot of other killers don't. She has a built-in slowdown game with her traps. Now, a lot of people don't understand, like, they think when they play her, they're like, oh, I want the, you know, survivor's head pops off. The only add-on you can use with that is the something, the timer. This add-on, it decreases by 30 seconds, but again, very RNG depending on if they find the boxes and stuff. So I put her in C tier because she doesn't end the chase that fast sometimes, but there are some loops that you can use your dash attack, and there's certain add-ons that can help. And yeah, with her map control. So again, that's why I put her C tier, because I don't think she's bottom tier with that, or I don't think she's high tier with that. Another killer up on our list, man, on our list is Legion. Here's a killer that I feel that needs a huge rework. If not, just delete it. I love Legion, trust me. With the right add-ons and perks, he's great, but he's bottom tier, and here's why. He's the only killer that I feel out of all the killers, yes, other killers have this, but when Legion uses power, gets punished for it. And you're like, how does he get punished for it? Well, here's a couple things. I'm trying to not make this video super long. Whenever he uses power and he gets out of it, he gets stunned for a long time. I know Nurse has that too, but does Billy have that? Nope. Does Oni have that? No. Well, he has to earn it first, and then he gets stunned after a long cooldown. He's the killer that if you slam a pallet or head on him, he loses his power. If you have a full refill of your power and you smack somebody, you lose your power. You lose half your power. Whenever you're in frenzy, yes, I know the new patch, he's gonna see scratch marks, but still, now they did that. But for the longest time, you couldn't see scratch marks, blood, and all that. He has so many counters to him that I don't know why the devs even think that he's an okay killer where he's at right now. He needs a full rework. He needs a full, like, just the same thing they did with Doc and Freddy. He needs a full rework whenever they do that. Does he end chases fast? No. With great perks and add-ons, is he good? Yes. Does he have good map control? Somewhat, yes. So that's why I still put him in bottom tier, because of all those negatives towards him. He has so much negatives towards him that you have to work really hard to play Legion. Yes, I understand that with the right build, dataphobia and all this stuff, but I guarantee you that the devs are working to fix those, that dataphobia and all that shit. I'm telling you, I talked to some of the devs and they feel like, why do you think they got rid of the sloppy butcher effect? Because they feel like that wasn't fair. And I guarantee you they're gonna start making it where you can't stack up perks like dataphobia and add-ons and stuff. So one day that's gonna happen, and I just have a feeling that Legion's gonna suffer huge. Now, here's another killer that I feel that you guys are gonna hate me more, that I'm gonna say you probably are already typing, is Trapper. Where does Trapper fall in? Okay, D tier. And you're gonna be like, what? Why, Jay? Okay, again, my 3 reasons, and this is go for all ranks. You don't see that many trappers in red ranks, right? You don't see that many trappers anywhere, hardly ever. Does he have map control? Hell to the no. Is he good with some perks and add-ons? Yes, he's very perks and add-on dependent. How quick does he end the chase? Not that great unless you know how to place your traps. Again, he has so many downs to him that he's just not that great. Yes, a great trapper can still win, but you don't see it often. Like, yes, I understand the dev said that Trapper was the most played killer. It's because he's the most free killer, and rank 20s will always die to any killer. It doesn't matter who it is. So I always put Trapper bottom tier. And yes, he got a slight buff of just like replacing his traps. And I probably know that Odds is screaming at me for making him bottom tier, but he just has no map control. He doesn't end chases fast. He is very add-on and perk dependent. So that's why I put him bottom tier. My next killer is Wraith. Wraith was kind of iffy at first. I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna put him in D tier, but I'm gonna put him in C tier. And you're gonna be like, why? Map control with the right perks and add-ons, he has it. Again, second one, does he have perks and add-ons that can help him? Of course. How quick does he end the chase? Depending on how you know how to mind game. So if you know how to mind game, then he knows. But he has one thing that the other killers don't really have, is that he can almost land. Well, Legion could land a good first hit, but again, I still think if there was like between C and D, I would put Wraith, because I feel like he's the only one between C and D right there. Like, I don't what D plus, I guess, whatever. Like, he's this is not in order too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, pick goes first. No, just the order of whatever category they're in. But Wraith, he's okay for beginners, but in red ranks, he's gonna get destroyed. I still think, if there was a D plus, he would be in D plus, but I still think he's better than these two in my opinion. Next one. Oh, this is gonna be a hard one. Hag. Now, Hag is a killer that I honestly think is overhyped, and you're gonna be mad at me again because I'm gonna drop her at C. I really think she's overhyped. She is really overhyped. You don't see that many Hag mains at all. You don't see any Hags in red ranks. Very rare unless they're doing a daily. Does she have map control? Not really. Not to be honest. She needs corrupt or ruin or something to help her out, pop or something. Is she good with perks and add-ons? Yes, one of the best actually. She has like one of the best add-ons like in the game. So she, like, all her add-ons are fair in my opinion, and some of the perks are really good on her. But how quick does she end a chase? That's my question. She's gonna need like something like save the best for last to do that. A great Hag will always know where to place her traps, but again, you don't see that often. So when people put her in A and B tier, I don't get it, because I'm like, you play one game and you just destroyed one group and you're just gonna put her in B and A? No, how consistent is that? Like, I'm talking about being consistent from what I played. Trust me, I played all the ranks and I've been playing this game since beta. And yes, Hag can just like spam her traps. She's one of the best campers, probably the best. I don't know who, like, I always say Hag, Leatherface, and Huntress are probably the best campers. Like, all they do is just wait for you to go for the hook and that's it. But with a great group, they're just gonna spread out and just split gens. I faced a good Hag and all we did was just split gens. It was just me and Gypsy, duo partners, and the other two were potato ass survivors that we had, and we still made it out. But again, if you face a great Hag, yes, it's difficult, but imagine okay, if you're gonna put her in a B tier, what do you think is gonna be harder, a great Hag or a great Huntress? Exactly. You can't put her in the same shoes when you face a great Hag and Huntress, because a great Huntress will always shut down people faster than a great Hag. Because honestly, yes, you run to the trap, she hits you first, she's guaranteed a hit, but again, you have to worry about the gen speeds of other people. So she's one of the killers that she's very add-on and perk dependent. She needs something to slow down a game. If not, she's one of the killers that you can rush. Another killer that a lot of people know me by, Ghostface. S tier. No, I'm just kidding. You don't see that many great Ghostface. So if there was like a C plus, I would put him there. But you know what? We'll put him in C, honestly. And a lot of people would put him in B, but I wouldn't, because again, I go by what I see the most when I play both Survivor and Killer. And what have I noticed, that we destroy a lot of Ghostface. He's not that great. Does he have map control? Fuck no, he doesn't. Does he have is he good with add-ons and perks? He's very add-on dependent with the recovery add-ons. He's very perk dependent. You need perks to help him out. How quick does he end the chase? Not unless you're a good stalker and you know how to stalk people from like hidden places, which a lot of Ghostface new players or okay experienced players don't really do. They just always go for the first hit. So that's what I'm saying. He's kind of average at right now. He doesn't have the greatest add-ons. He doesn't have map control. Is he guaranteed to get a first hit? Not really, because a lot of people run Spine Chill. That was another reason why I was going to put, you know, like Wraith and D tier, but I still feel like Ghostface is still good if you know what you're doing. But if you face a strong group, they run over Ghostface. So that's why, like, when people like put him in B and A, and I'm like, what? Hell no, he's not even close to that. All right. My next one is Myers. Now, Myers, I was questioning to either put him in C tier, but he has one thing that these other killers don't really have, or maybe Leatherface, but he has the potential to end a game fast with his tier 3. With does he have map control? Nope, no map control. Is he great with perks and add-ons? Yes, with the right perks and add-ons, he could be really great with the perks. He can run like a lot of cool builds. I think Myers is like one of the very few killers that you can like try a lot of different builds and work with it. But here's the downside. So if there was like B minus or C plus, he would be right there. I feel that he is one of the killers that is suffering from dedicated servers. There's another killer here that suffers a lot from dedicated servers. We'll talk about that later. But I feel Myers suffers a lot. But the fact that he can end a game fast, and the only other person that could do that fast is Leatherface, but it's hardly ever like that's gonna happen unless they're all like being super altruistic. It's not gonna happen. So with him, I feel like he's the only one. That's why he has like that little edge above him. But if there was a C plus, he would be in C plus. But me, if you always ask me, people ask me who's better, Myers or Ghostface. I say Ghostface just because I know how to play him better. But I faced some pretty scary Myers. But again, I don't like how I have him in B, so I would put him in C plus or B minus ish. But with Myers just has a better potential than Ghostface. But again, I would always say from this day forward that Ghostface is better than Myers, but that's just me. But one thing that is suffering a lot for we call Myers is the dedicated servers. But I still feel like he's better than Ghostface. All right, another killer that I feel that is great is Huntress. Huntress will always be an A or B for anybody. I don't think if you see somebody put her in C or D, like they don't know what they're talking about. A great Huntress can end a game really fast. Does she have map control? Nope. Perks and add-ons? She's amazing with perks and add-ons with the right builds. Can she end chase fast? Hell yes. With the right Huntress, she's really dangerous. So that's why I put her there, because she can end a chase fast and with the right perks and add-ons. And you see this killer a lot in the red ranks. I still feel like she's in the B tier. But like again, Myers still feels like he belongs in C plus and B. So like just I don't know why I put Myers there, but I don't feel like he's bottom like with these guys. You know what? Fuck it. I changed my mind. Myers is bottom. I put it just because of dedicated servers. I changed my mind. You can't do anything. Another killer that I really like, and I think that she's very underrated, is the Plague. The Plague, dude. The Plague. The Plague has map control. No, not really. Perks and add-ons? Hell yes. She has some of the best perks and add-ons. Can she end a chase fast? If you know how to vomit right, if that makes sense. But they recently buffed her. A lot of people are like, wait, they buffed her? They basically gave her a blood portal, not a portal, a corrupt purge, whatever. You know, the blood pool of water, whatever. Now she starts with 1. So if you ever face a plague that has like double apples, that's basically 3 stuff there. That's like 3 blood pools, whatever they call fountains. Oh, that's the word. Wow, somebody's probably typing right now. It's fountains, Jay, fountains. But I still feel like she still belongs there, because a lot of people are just going to stay injured, and even if they don't want to stay injured, they're feeding your corrupt blood. So it's like you're getting, it's either you down them when they're sick or you down them with your other power. So it's like you're guaranteed to get a downs, and with the right build and the right mindset, and if you know how to play her, she's actually very underrated. You throw on Thatophobia and Dying Light and stacking up all this shit, it's just annoying. It becomes very hard to defeat her. Another killer that everybody's favorite and my favorite is Demo. Demo, I am gonna put him in B. At first I was thinking like he's kind of like close to A tier, but if there was like I think he's a solid B. I don't think anybody should ever put him in C tier, because he has a lot of things that are very underrated. And if you just put time on Demo, he is so good. Does he have map control? Yes. We are finally getting to killers that have map control. So map control is a big thing. So if you don't know what map control is, it's very simple. It's where you can travel the map faster, so you can get to point A to point B faster. And obviously we'll talk about the best one later down the line, but I still feel that Demo is really good when it comes to map control. Perks and add-ons? Yep. His perks, I mean, his add-ons are not the greatest, but some of his best ones are brown add-ons, which, hey, that's like a steal right there, because you're almost guaranteed to get like at least 4 brown add-ons in each blood web every time you finish. So you're gonna get that. Does he end the chase fast? I would say 50-50 if you know what you're doing, because he's one of the best killers to end loops with his charge. And you can mind game a lot with him. If you're in red ranks, I always say hold your fucking shred. When he shreds, like when he opens, you know, when he does the claw hands, I always say just wait until they gonna like jump through the window. Some people just like are too eager to shred. Wait till they jump through the window, because of how shitty the hitboxes are from the windows. Once you see them vaulted, just do it, because then you're guaranteed to get hit them or down them, whatever, if they're broken or not, whatever. But I still feel like he's a very underrated killer. He's not the best killer, but with the right perks, add-ons, and you know what you're doing, he's very deadly. Another killer that just recently came out is Death Slinger. A lot of people are putting him in A, S tier. What? No, he's B. Very B. Like he's if anything, he's probably C in some situations, because I'll tell you why. Like he's kind of like iffy for me. He suffers the same thing as Meyer does. Does he have map control? No. Nope. But he has something that other killers don't. He has like a surprise attack with fucking Modern Abuse. With Modern Abuse, he's basically a stealth killer. Perks and add-ons? yeah, with the right perks and add-ons, he can be really good. He can run double reloads, which is always great on him. Does he end the chase fast? I would say if you know what you're doing and if you have some kind of hours or knowledge of what do you call it, of Deathslinger, then yeah. But he suffers the same thing that Myers does, is that dedicated servers kind of mess with him. So if you face somebody that's really laggy, like there's times where I face somebody from a different country, I can't hit them. Like I can't. I have to M1 them all the time, because the way Deathslinger is, a lot of people don't understand, is that you have to aim in front of them. So if they're running in front of you, you like put it way in front of them. That because like by the time you get them, it's like it sucks them in. It's kind of weird. It's like Scorpion's like get over here thing. But I still think he's average. He's good. He's above average. Okay, B's above average. I think he's good. He's good. But I feel like you're gonna need time with him to be great, and with the right perks and add-ons, he's very deadly. Now we're gonna talk about one killer that a lot of people put in S tier, and that is Nurse. I don't think she's S tier. No, I honestly don't think she's A tier. I think she's in B tier with these other ones. Why? And here's why. Does she have map control? Yes. Yes, she has map control. Is she great with perks and add-ons? Yes, she's great with perks and add-ons. Can she end chases fast? Yes, but she suffers one thing that a lot of people don't understand, is that they nerfed her, so she's not as good as she used to be. You don't see nurses anymore, hardly ever. Sometimes you do. The one thing that she suffers that other killers do, but she suffers so hard. Like I think her and Huntress suffer the most, is that depending on the map, if it's a shit map, like a corn map for her, or like Haddonfield or something like that, she's not gonna, well, Haddonfield, depending if you know what you're doing. But if there was a B plus, she would be B plus, but we'll put her in B, because I just don't feel like she's not that great anymore. Yes, I've seen some amazing nurses, but you don't see them often. I'm talking about like consistent. I'm always talking about it being like, I want to see consistent. Like occasionally you'll find a good nurse and she'll end the game fast, but like how often is that? Like once a week? So that's why I'm like, I'm not gonna put her in A, because it's not consistent. It's very rare. If somehow like all of a sudden like there's a wave of nurses, I'll put her in A and S tier. But you don't see that many killers playing her because she got a huge nerf, so she's not as broken as she used to be. So that's why I put her in B, because I feel like she's still as, like, if you look at the B line right now, that's a strong group right there. And you're like, who's in A? I'll show you who's in A. Our first A, the Spirit. The Spirit, I still feel like is literally one of the best killers in the game. If you have like 3 or 4 hours and you already know how to play her. So again, does she have map control? Yep, she has map control. Can write perks and add-ons? She has probably the best add-ons for like any killer in the game. There's another killer that we'll talk about has the best add-ons in my opinion. But I feel that she ends his chase fast too. So like, what more can you ask? You'll face a Spirit who just throw on Strider and just counter everything you do. So like I should not explain Spirit. She's just great. If you know what I'm talking about, and you know, if the people that are brand new, she's just good. She's too good. And she does something that a lot of survivors hate, and that's guessing. A lot of survivors love one thing, and that's looping killers, and they can't really loop her if a great Spirit does it. I don't think to this day I have lost badly with Spirit. I think, well, yes, one game. And that game is because I let my anger get to me and I just played really horribly. But I still feel that she's A tier. For sure A tier. All right, another killer that I feel like that belongs in A tier. Now this is one of them that I'm kind of like, I guess they could be A tier, but because I just feel that they're consistent. They're very consistent, and that's Oni. I think Oni is very consistent. Map control, does he have map control? Yes, when he earns his power. Right perks and add-ons? Yes. With the right perks and add-ons, he's very disgusting. Does he end the chase fast? Yeah, if you know what you're doing. So again, I feel like if you can get those three, if you get those 3 things that I asked for in a killer, then yes. But I feel like Oni's a type of killer that can end chases fast, especially if he has his power and he slugs. Every Oni has the same effing build: barbecue, monitor, pop, and the last one is always something infectious fright. The same Scott June build that everybody runs, and it's just annoying because that's why I hate facing Onis now, because it's always the same build and it's always the same play style. Oh, I downed somebody, let me go slug them, and let me just like use my demon dash all across the map. Oh, you're gonna unhook somebody, let me just go back there because I'm a shitty killer and I don't know what else to do. But basically, that's how like all the Onis play. They just get their power and they run straight back to the hook. As much as I hate him, but he's a great killer. I faced some good Onis, and I faced some generic Onis where I'm just like, yeah, like they're just the same. But I still feel that he's in the same boat as Spirit. Does he suffer from any of it? Like, yeah, I guess if you don't land your first hits, but come on, you're gonna get your regard is gonna get your first hit. You're gonna get the first 2 hits, and then guess what? Even though if you finally got your first 2 hits at the last gen, guess what? He can slug everybody and end the game right there. I've seen it happen playing solo. This Oni didn't do shit the whole game, and then somebody finally fed him his 2 hits, and he just downed all of us because infectious fright. But he got it. Another killer that I feel that is very, very like controversial is Billy. Billy A tier. There's no question. A lot of people always disagree what I say about Billy, but answer this question for me. Anybody that Billy mains are gonna hate me for saying this, but I feel like he needs to change. Not a nerf, just a change to make it fair. Because if you can answer this question, if anybody can answer this question, answer my question, and I'll top pin it. All right. What other? Again, I'm gonna talk very slowly. What other killer can get to point A to point B because of his chainsaw? Right. You're like, oh, I'm right. Wait. What other killer can get to point A to B? What other killer can one shot? And what other killer can end the game within 1 minute? All those 3, right? Without earning their power. Quiet, right? Nothing. You're like, oh wait, Leatherface can do it. He can't get to point A to point B. Freddy can't. Oh no, he has, depending on the gen, if it's not available or not. A Spirit can't. Oh no, she can't one shot unless haunted. But that's what I'm saying when I say about Billy. A lot of people get pissed off. I don't know what it is. A lot of Survivor mains defend Billy because I think it's because they love looping him and they feel like he's fair. And the only time, I'm not even kidding, the only time I've ever gotten down from a Billy is either they're running double engravings, which is double move speed, or double quick charge. That's the only time. So I get it that obviously they need to change his add-ons because I think some of his add-ons are kind of dumb. But he's the one killer that I feel that everybody just protects for some weird reason. I don't know why. But how come he doesn't have to, like, you know, Oni has to earn his power. Demo has to wait to use his portals whenever he uses it. Nurse has to wait for her charges to come back. Spirit has to wait till her thing refills. Why not Billy? So that's what I'm saying. But everybody hates me for saying that. But that's my rant, small rant. If anybody can answer those questions, what other killer can get to point A to point B fast? What other killer can one shot without earning their power? And what other killer can end the game fast? All those 3 without earning their power. Exactly. There's no other killer like that. But again, you can loop a bad Billy, but a good Billy is the most annoying thing. The most annoying thing about a Billy is that he ends a chase within 3 seconds and you're about to finish a gen and he just comes from A to B in 2 seconds and he just pops it. It's just like, bro, like what did you do to earn that? You just used your fucking add-ons just to down that person in 2 seconds. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think he's the most like, ugh, like I hate facing Billies because I've been facing Billy since beta. It's just always the same thing over and over and he's not changed. So I don't know. Another killer that we could talk about that's bottom tier, Clown. Yeah, does he have map control? No. Add-on dependent. His add-ons are not that greatest. They're okay. Perks, doesn't matter if you have like 4 perks. You could still get gen rushed and just demolish. Does he end chases fast? Nope. It's so funny. A killer that has a built-in slowdown that can slow you down from anything can still lose. I think it's because they're just broken maps. But hey, you never know. With this new map changes coming, you know, he can be really good. He can be really good. But no, bottom tier. Another person I got another killer that just got another huge change is Doc. I think Doc is A tier. I really think Doc is A tier. Does he have map control? I wouldn't say yes and no because he can use his static blast to find you. So it's not map control per se, but it's a map awareness. So yeah, I'll give him that. Yeah, he has that. Perks and add-ons, he has the best add-ons in the game. All of his add-ons are guaranteed to give you something great. Perks, with the right perks, he's probably the most annoying killer to go up against. Does he end chase fast? That's where it's kind of 50-50. But I feel that he belongs around B plus, but we don't have a B plus. So I'm gonna give him an A. I still think Doc is great. Even though, hear me out, even though you beat a Doc, answer this question: did he not annoy the shit out of you, and was it not difficult to fucking win? It's always a yes. Like, yeah, it was difficult and he was annoying. So that's what a killer's supposed to do, be on your ass all the time. He might not win all the games, but he's guaranteed to annoy the shit out of you, put some pressure on you. So he's one of those killers that I feel like he belongs in the A tier. Again, if there wasn't A, I'd put him in B plus. Just like Death Slinger or Nurse, I would put him in B plus. All right, another killer, and the last killer is Freddy. S tier, because he's fucking broken and annoying. Now, honestly, another person that belongs in A tier is Freddy. If you see somebody put Freddy in B tier, what the yeah, right. Like, maybe if he was using pallets, even though pallet Freddy is still okay, but there's a lot of things that are just really annoying about Freddy that anybody can tell you. Does he have map control? Yep. He can teleport to gens. Again, it's very situational. It's very 50-50, but it's almost guaranteed that you're gonna get distance with it. Perks and add-ons. Yep, he has some pretty okay add-ons, but honestly, no add-on Freddy is always okay. Perks, yeah, with the right build, honestly, he just needs pop, barbecue, and you can just run discordance to get him off the gen and thrilling trimmers. There's so many builds with Freddy that can honestly make a Freddy annoying. Not to mention Forever Freddy is probably the most annoying thing to go up against. So yeah, he has all those things that a lot of the killers just don't have. And does he need a nerf? I think the only thing I would change on Freddy is that reduce the snares to 4. They disappear his blood portals after a certain time, like 30 seconds or something like that, and that's it. Because the fact that you ever face a Freddy and you're just like you're outrunning him, and then you run him to the cross of the other map, and then there's just a random blood portal right there. Like, where did this come from? It was probably the one he put in the beginning of the map, and it just gets you. I think that's the most annoying thing about him. I wouldn't say reduce the speed of getting hit by the blood portals, because if you do that, that's just gonna make him a pretty average killer. But I'm not against it. I would love to try it. Like, I don't know, like there's an add-on that basically gives you more blood points if they run through your blood portal, but they don't get slowed down. So I don't know what the whole purpose is of that. I guess just get more blood points, but maybe tone it down just a tiny bit, like 5% of the slowdown, and then reduce the snares, and I think he'll be fair, in my opinion. And fix his broken lunge. Fix his broken lunge as well. And the last person that belongs in the S tier, and the only S tier, Nia. Nia's the best. But yeah, that is it for today's video. I just want to say thank you all for watching. Again, these are just my opinions. Things can change. I'll see you in the next tier list whenever the new killer comes out. Who knows when that is? Again, this is just my opinion. Again, my 3 things: map control, perks and add-ons, and how quick they can end the chase. Doesn't matter if you get the first hit, because if you get the first hit, they can still run you the whole game. So hopefully like mine made more sense than other people's killer tier list. There's some people like, oh, I don't add perks to it. I'm like, who doesn't play killer and put perks on? Like, come on, who doesn't run add-ons? Like, depending, like certain killers you don't need add-ons, like Spirit, Freddy, and them, you don't need add-ons. But there's some killers that really depend on add-ons, like Wraith, Ghostface, Myers, Clown. Like, these killers, like, if you don't run perks or add-ons, they are 100% screwed. But again, if you guys want to see more videos like this, just drop a like. Again, join. All my social is down below in the description. If you missed any of my DVD videos, just know that they're always there. So you're like, I wonder if he did upload. Just always check the channel and see. Again, if you want a quick update why I changed my name and rebrand everything, it was just time for a change. I just wanted to drop the roar part, just because I feel like nobody ever calls me Roar, and Jay just is a simple thing that I like people for saying. I don't know, like sometimes like some people, like I'll rate them on Twitch and they'll call me, hey Roar, and I'm just like, kind of feels weird. So I just prefer just people call me Jay. So hopefully you guys understand that change. Please join our Twitch channel. Again, the link to that is down below. Love you guys faces. Please do leave your opinions and your tier list down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.